Hello and welcome back to the next segment. This next video I want to show you is about a storage unit I recently purchased from the previous video I just showed you in part 1. In this clip I want to show you firsthand what's inside of a storage unit, what the unit really looks like, and how one will be packed, and actually some of the contents that you will see in the front. But before I show you that, let me show you the receipt of the unit that I purchased so you can see that I am serious about my business and that I want you to succeed and I have nothing to hide. Here is the invoice, March 23rd, 2011. Again, like I said at the beginning, my name is Michael Goodman. Um, just to explain this invoice a little, buyer's premium, all facilities don't have a buyer's premium, but beware of this premium is 10%, and I paid taxes. I want to reiterate that I paid taxes just to show you that you must and you should get a tax ID. It's very easy to attain one. Just go to the IRS site and apply for one. That way you can get away with spending an extra $10.78. It doesn't seem like much, but when you're buying, 10 units per month or so, that adds up. That could be gas money or anything. But one thing you're not going to be able to get around is the buyer's premium for some auctions. So as you can see, I paid 140 for this unit, uh, and it was 418Y. Now let's get into the video. Let's have at it here. Here we go.
Hello, today is March the 22nd, 2011. Just to show you how relevant my information is, this is not a 300-page ebook, 23-page ebook. This is a real-life course. Here is one of my items that I just bought out of the unit. It's a four-wheeler Yamaha. My son would love that. That's at least $150 there. Look inside the rest of the units so you can get a taste of what you'll be buying. Most of the stuff is clothes, which we don't want, but right here we have a VTEX sitting there right out. I don't know how they missed that one. Have another bike. I don't know how they missed that. DVD player. Surround sound system. The rest are clothes. I have sold used clothes for a long time. That is a rough business, but if you have time to process, then you make it from there. But I'll show you all about this stuff later. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Smaller unit. Here she go. About 5 by 5 or so. Take care. Thank you.
Okay. Now that was a smaller unit that I purchased, as you can see, for 140. When in bid was actually 140, but I had taxes in the buyer's premium that I showed you. But like I say, that was a real unit, and I just want you to get a taste of how it looks on the inside and how sometimes stuff will be just thrown around in there, but you never know what you'll get, what you will see later on within this course. Let's move on to the next slide. Finding storage auctions. First things first, go local. Look up all storage facilities that are local to you. Try for about a 15-20 minute radius, or maybe 30 mile radius, I'm sorry. Also, you can stop by units that you pass by on your daily route. It actually saves gas that way. I often see a lot more units when I first started, I would drive to work or drive to my mom's house to visit, and I'll see more units. So whatever you do on a routine basis, just stop by and ask them a couple questions and just go from there. But local will be a very good place to start. Let's move on to AuctionZip. This is a great resource. I use this tool all the time. AuctionZip.com. Go there and you will not be disappointed. They provide you with a list of most auctions going on around your city. You also can use the internet as a tool to search and find auctions going on around your town or cities close to you. A great resource also is check your local newspaper for ads for auctions. Just check in the ad section for estate sales as well as auctions. I also have bought many things from estate sales. So those are the four main places that you can use to find auctions. And trust me, there are a surplus of these auctions going on. So there's no excuse. You can find them. I have found them, and you can make money from them. Let's move on to communication. What I mean by this is when you find your auction facilities, you want to be really nice when you talk to these people because they can actually make and break your business at times. Making a good friend with this facility can pay dividends in the future. They can, you know, and I would not say necessarily tip you off, but they can definitely tell you firsthand what auctions they have coming up soon. But question to ask, moving on from there, is you want to make sure you just be nice about it and just ask them these simple questions. And most people are friendly at this place, although busy, they are friendly because it all comes down to the bottom line. They want to make money from any unit that is not being paid for on a monthly basis. Excuse me. But questions to ask: how many auctions do you have today, if any? Do you have other locations having auctions today? Most storage companies have parent or sister companies around the city that also have other auctions. So that'll be a good question to ask because if they don't have any that particular month or week, then I'm pretty sure they have other locations that do. And also, sometimes you want to ask them, can you leave your personal number? Just in case something comes up, they can call you if you make a good impression. We all are human, so at times they may not call you back, but it's always good to, leave as much and get as much information as possible. That way, you will ensure that you will succeed. You ensure that you have tried and turned over every stone. Now, let's get into my favorite part: how to buy. Know your value. This is very important, very essential to the business. Simply because you can lose your way in the excitement of bidding and trying to win. And sometimes people will try to drive the price up on you just because you're new. So if you know your value, which means you have a price set in your head that I'm not going to pay no more than $80 for this unit. And if it sells for $85 or $90, then so be it. But you always want to have you a set price in your head. That way, you know that you were smart about your money and you were smart about you were savvy about your buying ways. We're going to always be aware of your surroundings, and this covers a lot of things. We'll first get into how is the storage unit packed, and by this it could mean, if boxes are odd shape, it could mean that they're just household items, um, kitchen items, and things like that. Do you have water damage? Meaning, if it's too much, if water is seeping in, something like that, then you might not want to buy the unit simply because if you sell clothing, then water damage make a very bad smell on clothing. So that'll be a bad load for you to get. That's where that light comes in handy also. But pretty much, I'm pretty sure you can see water damage. How much dust is in the unit? I know this may sound crazy, people, but how much dust can actually indicate gold simply because that could mean the unit has been sitting up for a long time, and that could mean antiques or other kind of prized possessions, collectibles. Someone just have not been in it simply because they were paying their bill so long, for saving up their prized possessions that either they died or God knows what happened. But just look for different signs like that. What type of boxes are there? Are the boxes the same size, the same name or print on the boxes? This could mean that a business could have packed this unit and it could be full of retail items. I have bought a unit like this, actually full of computer components. I love computers. I went to school for that actually, so this was a great load. So when you're looking at them, if all of them are packed neatly and same name on boxes, this could mean a professional did it. and this could mean a gold mine for you. Also, you want to look at, are there any rat or mice droppings, simply because they're stained clothing and leave bad smells also. So you want to look out for that. So just have, your flashlight handy, and you just look for all these different signs, and this will definitely help you pick out a good unit. I have used these tips of the trade for a long time. So from that, you only get 3 to 5 minutes to really make a decision. So these tips will really help you figure out your price point that you're willing to pay for that unit. All right, let's move on from there. Don't be cute. Don't be confident. I know you see on TV that people tip their hats, nod their head, but when you're bidding, bid slow and make sure that the auctioneer can see you. You don't have to be rude, but you do want to make your way to the front when you bid. You cannot bid on what you cannot see. So you don't have to really be rude. Just nudge your way to the front, because you really want to see even while you're bidding. Still look while you're bidding, simply because you may see something that no one else may have seen, and that can keep you from spending money on that unit, and again, saving you money in the future or winning you money in the future. This is another important note. Cash, please. Most storage facilities, I don't know if you remember from the first video, they only accept cash and will not wait until you stop by the bank. And if they do accept credit, be very wary of using credit. Um, as a society as a whole, credit sometimes give us a Hulk mentality. You have that credit card and you're willing to spend more on a unit that you probably would normally spend if you had those Chris 20s in your pocket. So just make sure you have the cash and bid smart and make sure that the auctioneer can see you. Most units will range from 150 to the 500 range, as I showed you from the receipt earlier of a unit I bought. Uh, I try to stay within the 300 mark, but if a unit is good and is worth it, I will get it. Again, know your value, and these are great tips. Make sure you write these down, burn them in your head, because these will help you succeed in this business for years to come. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next part. Remember, be patient. Just go to a couple of auctions before you buy anything. That way you can kind of get a feel, firsthand again for yourself. Aside from the videos I'm showing you, you can get firsthand experience on what's going on. And then after you feel more comfortable after the first 1 or 2 times that you have been, then go ahead and get your feet wet and bid. See you next video, and thank you all again for joining me. Take care.